Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and German Empire. So in the last episode we have started restarting our economy basically. We are now back to 22 civilian factories, and we are going to improve that today with the Reich Arbeitsdienst. We are also pretty much done with the war in German East Asia. Our allies' units are just destroying our enemies and moving in. But where we really are lacking is the support for Kingdom of Spain. I actually didn't do anything apart from sending them some reinforcement, but with the fact that the other two sides are heavily against us, I think that we're gonna bite the bullet and send in 3 of our units as volunteers, and we are going to double down on the support that we are sending them. Now this is gonna be I think fairly hard to pull off, but I think it is a good idea to do. So we need a really good general here that's going to lead the attack. Now, do we have someone who is a good leader? Motion cost and armor leader. Who do we have? Because the one that I want to send are the Panzer divisions. These are the best ones that we have as far as attack goes, and they are going to be good at spearheading the attack at the enemy. So I'm thinking that we're going to send these two, and we can add 1 infantry unit, as I think that we definitely have at least 1 that is elite. Yep, the 20th Infantry Division, for example. So let's attach you to a new army unit. We are going to call this Expeditionary Force. And we just need to decide who is going to command you. I know that we had Trickster Engineer and Fortress Buster. Yeah, Erich von Manstein would be a good leader for them. And he actually can even get another one, the Guerrilla Fighter. But I'd really like it if he could get the Armored Leader. Okay, so let's assign him. And we are temporarily going to put the 5th Panzer Army under the command of Gunther von Kluge. And we're going to send the Expeditionary Force to Spain. Where do we have it? Expeditionary Force. It's under command of Erich von Manstein. And can we send air volunteers? We can. So let's do that. And we are going to double on the one, where is it? Wait, are we sending them? Yeah, modify 1Vs. Okay, 20th of March. So tomorrow we're gonna change that because we can start sending them way more equipment. Guns from Middle Africa. 500 units of Middle African infantry equipment is added. Nice. Our new colonial administration in Africa sent gains in light industrialization using cheap and even forced labor for industrial production. This has significantly reduced the cost of manufacturing and provided us with additional equipment. Because I'm pretty sure that... Yeah, you know what? We're gonna modify the 1Vs here and just send all of this stuff to the Carvest Spain, who really need it. And we are going to hope that... I mean, we should be able to help them. I'm expecting that these units are not all that good, so having an extra fighting force from Germany would be good. Legionary takeover in Bulgaria. Having once dominated over the Balkan Peninsula, the Tsardom of Bulgaria has fallen, defeated in war by its enemies in the Belgrade Pact. This so-called national catastrophe has destabilized the state and paved the way for radicalism to take hold. Mere weeks after the signing of the Treaty of Sofia, the government has collapsed completely. It has been replaced by a clique of young officers and students organized in the Union of Bulgarian National Legions, inspired by the Romanian Iron Guard. Having announced the creation of the National Legionary State, their chief, Ivan Dochev probably, declared that Bulgaria will renew its war with the Pact or die trying. Well, let's modify one of these. You're now gonna get 500 of these, 40 of these, and 30 of these. Can we afford that? Yeah, but no, let's put 20 so we actually have some stockpile. 500 of these and 30 of these. Okay, so that actually makes sense. So 30 of these, 20 of these, and 500 of these. Because we really need to send them more stuff. And now that the fighting is a bit more brutal here, hopefully we are going to be able to defend them. 2nd of April, okay. So until then we have to wait. So construction 2 is gonna come next. Concentrated industrial excavation and leichte Panzerspürwagen Sonderkraftfahrzeug 222. Okay. Current ruling party, Social Democrats. The bird is good. War support is increasing, so we're gaining way more daily political power. It's good. Let's speed it up. Now we need to keep an eye. The Internal Macedonian Revolutionary Organization declared war on Serbian Republic. IMRA. Okay, does this have any chance of doing anything? Not really. Costa Rica requests our protection. Horrified by the civil war in the United States, the small nation looks in fear to its eastern and northern borders, waiting for an attack now that its protector is at war, and has requested we openly express our desire to keep Costa Rica as a sovereign state. As Entente forces encroach on the Panama Canal, determined to snatch it from a failing USA and socialist forces to the north, look eagerly to the ill-defended Costa Rican nation, it would be in our interest to establish a foothold in the American continent and keep a close eye on the region should the situation escalate even further. So Nicaragua, or who is okay, social liberal Panama. Huh. Well, we're gonna offer them assistance, so we guarantee the independence of Costa Rica and great peasant uprising in Poland. A nationwide wave of peasant protests have broken out in Poland, and the events have caused some unrest even in the Prussian side of the border in Masuria and among the smallholders of Posen. The scale of the demonstration are worrying, and should August the 4th's government, that's Polish king? Oh yeah, August the 4th. Government fail to contain the rebels. The strike might turn into actual uprising against our interests. Many in this council have asked Berlin to instruct them on how to handle the crisis. Orvi has always been too soft on the Poles, demand action. Let August handle it the way he seems best. Okay, let's demand he deals with them. Olvi. I guess this, because he's a Polish king, he would be pronounced August. Effeminate king. The king is noted for his flamboyant jewelry and for keeping the company of artists rather than officers. It does not make him hugely popular with the Poles, but it makes him even less popular with his father, the Kaiser. Oh, this is our son! Okay, so that's... okay. And the Geheimrat. The king pretends to delegate many matters of state to his royal advisors in the Privy Council. They are often picked to act as experts on the subject the king has not much interest in, such as military matters. So he was born January 29, 1887 in Potsdam, German Empire. Political career. Born August Wilhelm Heinrich Günther Victor of Prussia, August the 4th, of the House of Hohenzollern, was crowned King of Poland in the silver regalia of August III in 1921. As a prince in Germany, he was criticized by his father, Kaiser Wilhelm II, for his love of jewelry and for keeping the company of artists in his Potsdam villa. As King of Poland for the last 15 years, he has attempted to rule well, despite his reign being dogged by allegations of his own effeminate personal mannerisms, as well as by his strained relationship with his wife, neither of which served him well in a deeply conservative Catholic country. On a political level, he has been compelled to hand more power to the Sejm, becoming a genuine constitutional monarch whose functions are largely ceremonial and whose prerogative powers are largely wielded by his prime minister. King August's unfortunate fate is seemingly to be disliked by all sides. To the nationalists, he is a symbol of intolerable German domination. To the pragmatists, he is a necessary evil. And to the Kaiser, he is his least favorite son. Damn, that's rough. Okay. And our units have now arrived into Sevilla. So, how are we gonna handle this? We need a good target. We could actually move towards this area, or we could try to push back along these plains against Madrid and try to retake it. But I think... Well, that's a question. I think we need to unite this area and reclaim this area so that we have the control of the river. So let's first send you guys in here and you guys in here, and we'll see how fast. Okay, you're moving fairly fast, so that's good. And that is good. Now, how many tanks do we have in reserve? 23. Okay, we'll have to be careful there, because if we lose too many, we won't be really able to do much. And that is not in our great interest. Okay, and now the Air Force. We can send 2 units. Do we have any full squadron? No, we don't. Well, we do. We do have this one. Close air support. So you guys can go here and provide close air support in Iberia. Okay, that's a good idea. And do we have any fighters? That's naval bomber. Here we have some fighters. Okay, well, let's send you guys in here and provide air superiority in here. There is a lot of enemy aircraft, so it's going to be interesting to see. Democracy prevails in the Philippines. Having just achieved independence from the United States, the Philippines face today perhaps one of the most serious challenges any new country could face. Inspired by the combined syndicates of America and the Paratia Commune, disgruntled army officers marched on Manila to support rebelling peasants and workers. Their attempt was quickly thwarted as loyalist units in the army reaffirmed their support for and intervened in favor of the legitimate democratic Filipino government and drove the rebellious army out of the capital, ending the threat of syndicalist coup before it could even hatch. Nice! So they have a National Social Liberal Party. Good! And yeah, this fighting is continuing well, so we don't have to worry, but I'll keep an eye on it. The Princely Federation declared war on Mysore. What the hell is Mysore? That doesn't sound at all like something I'm familiar with. Oh, okay. Krishna Raja. Okay, we have no idea about that, but that's a social conservative and Council of Princes. Okay, so that's the southern India. I hope we're gonna learn something about them, because I have no idea what they're like. Okay, now can we join this attack? Because I think if we can... Yeah, we can, and we're gonna decimate them. You're gonna be the knife that slices the butter. What's your chance? 2.3%. And Prince of Federation declared war on Travancore. And you guys can join as well. The seasoned is gonna give them quite a lot of... Oh wow, Mysore is actually growing. And the Prince of Federation declared war on Madras. Okay, so there's a... I mean, they're not allied, but they declared war on all of the stuff in there. Maybe this was all... I wish I checked it before. Maybe this was all Prince of Federation and these are just rebel states. The Panama Canal crisis. Finished in 1914, the Panama Canal is one of the most important trade passageways on the American continent, controlled by the United States until now. With the outbreak of the Second American Civil War, the federal government was forced to withdraw the canal's marine forces, leaving it open to invasion, and to their surprise, Panamanian troops launched an operation to take back such a valuable area. This move, however, was opposed by Canada, which presented to them an ultimatum. Panama would immediately cease their invasion while the Entente would safeguard the canal for the time being. In the face of Canadian pressure, the small Latin American nation has backed down, diffusing the crisis. So this is now owned by the Dominion of Canada. Okay. And before it was probably owned by the United States. Okay, so our tanks and everyone has prevailed, so we're going to continue with the push. Oh yeah, this is pretty nice. Our divisions are pretty good. And we're going to try to scoop down and encircle these divisions here. So how are we doing? Already we've lost 2 units already, but we are most likely providing close air support, aren't we? No, we're fighting out of the scope of this land. Okay, but to some other fighting we might actually provide support, don't we? Oh, who knows? I mean, we're here, so that's that. Yeah, definitely need to start producing more aircraft. That's just not good. Okay, and once you're gonna be done, we are going to recruit way more divisions, probably 3. We do have the manpower, actually getting more by the day. Okay, they're reinforcing, but it's fine. I don't think we'll be able to take Madrid anytime soon, but Hawaii has joined the Entente. With the eruption of war in North America, the balance of power has suddenly and perhaps irrevocably changed. There will be consequences for the region and beyond. So Hawaii is now independent, huh? Or was it independent before? I don't know. Okay, too soon to say what the fight is going to be here like. Can we see some of the numbers? Oh yeah, the forces are now way more tied, so we can't really speak about much here. Most of the fighting is happening in this area and then in this area, so we'll see. I wonder if there is, you know, any like preferred outcome of that. I would really not like the syndicalist to win, but other than that I don't really mind. Okay. Peru-Bolivian Confederation restored. It appears that an old idea has been reborn in South America. The original confederation between Peru and Bolivia, viewed by its many regional enemies as a potential threat, was torn asunder by a victorious Chile after the Battle of Yungay in 1839. Still, this new confederation could, unlike its predecessor, prove able to sustain itself in these unstable times in South America and the wider world. Observers both overseas and domestic have noted, however, there are a number of key issues that must be worked out between La Paz and Lima before this new policy can truly be called a united nation. So Peru and Bolivia, huh? Okay. Peru-Bolivian coalition. Or actual confederation, not coalition. Okay, so our units have advanced here. And I'm thinking we might actually try to... Let's keep the infantry unit here. And we'll try to encircle these 3 divisions by destroying you. Okay, Reich Arbeitsdienst is finished. Meaning we're done with this part, and we can now go with the Krupp Steel because we want the economic resurgence. So Krupp Steel is going to give us 2 military factories and available as design company Krupp Monopol, which gives us industrial research and military factory construction speed and civilian factory. Yeah, we're gonna get that. That is pretty good. All this talk about infrastructure and helping our citizens is nice, yes, but what about artillery, tanks, planes? The world isn't safe, and Friedrich Krupp AG has the solution we need. They have served Germany for generations, and the time has come to call on them again. 2 military factories definitely gonna go to tanks and aircraft. Okay, and one of you is gonna stay here. And we're gonna launch a combined attack and eliminate these divisions. Already one of them is eliminated, so the second one is going soon. Good. Now it would be great if we could actually push further across the river. Actually, that's stupid. I did a mistake here. Both of you are gonna come. So it's tank battle here in the hills south east of Madrid. And our tank seems to be strong. No, actually no. Our heart attack value is way lower. Still we have 1. So that is good. Don't know what's going on there though. 80, 94. Are we winning there or what's going on? I have no idea why. 96, 96. Something is definitely wrong there. But no idea what's going on. 90. I mean, the number that's blinking there is going up. So let's leave that to its own devices. Okay, we now have 35 factories available. Amazing. So that allows us to actually schedule more factories. Actually schedule 2 more civilian and then 2 military factories. Dutch operative captured, and Commune of France is justifying against us, so that's great. Henny Reenders has been caught attempting to infiltrate our administration. Well, which actually reminds me that we might now start working on our civilian infrastructure, and by civilian infrastructure I mean intelligence agency. So let's start with passive defense. So we could definitely use more spies. So we have finished 100% spy network on Russia, but we're not learning much about them, are we? Okay, so we advanced here, that's good. And we are going to push you guys out. Jabal Shamar was annexed. Jabal Shamar has capitulated. So Najd and Hassa are back in united form. Okay, this is looking good. I think that we have, by supplying the allies with more weapons, the Kaiserreich Spain with more allies. Jesus Christ, speak. By supplying our ally, the Kaiserreich Spain, with more weapons and sending them the tank divisions and everything, I think we have effectively managed to tip the scales in favor here. Okay, come on. Push them out. How are we doing? We've still got 23 tanks, so that's good. Bertolt Brecht request visa. For some time now, syndicalist sympathizers from the Rhineland have been going abroad to help their comrades in their various conflicts around the world. Today, the famous underground writer Bertolt Brecht has announced his intent to join these international divisions. We could let him go, which would most likely inspire quite a number of other syndicalists to go abroad after him. Or we could confiscate his passport and prohibit him from leaving the country. As Brecht is a prominent figure, blocking him could perhaps weaken the syndicalist cause, but on the other hand it would likely cause tremendous outrage. Let him go wild America. We can sweat in Spain. We should keep him where he is so we can watch him. Let him go wild America. And I mean, on that note, we're gonna end the episode here. I'm happy with our intervention in Carver, Spain. It's starting to look slightly better. They're also receiving quite a lot of equipment from us. Not that much from Austria, but support equipment is still support equipment. And we can easily afford this, so we are hopefully going to manage to make their victory a thing, though it's gonna take a while, but yeah, we should have done this before. But as we were invested in the conflict in German East Asia, yeah, this is pretty much done now. I didn't see that as an option, but now that we can, we are going to continue with this. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode of Kaiserreich as German Empire. So, see you there.